Hi, and welcome to the instructional video for Cobra Command. One of the all-time classic coin gobblers from the arcades, this game presents a surprisingly challenging experience, even 25 years on. On the one hand, this is great, as it offers considerably more game time than many other iPhone titles, but it does mean that there are some rookie pilots out there who may benefit from being shown a few tricks on how to get the most out of this epic title. Starting with the settings screen, which can be found at the bottom of the main menu, you'll see at the top of the screen a line called Targets with two options. The default is Advanced, and this is the circle that appears on top of the various enemies in the game to indicate that this is something you want to shoot at, how many hits it requires to destroy it, and how much time you have to act. The second option, Basic, serves the same function, but as a simple yellow square or rectangular shape. It's as it was in the original arcade game, so some people may prefer this, but as such it doesn't include the same information about shots needed or time before it kills you. With tilt steering off, you'll use the same method of dragging your thumb to move the red crosshair, but instead of shooting, you're moving the crosshair toward the corresponding edge of the screen, left if directed to fly left, up to go up, etc. Turning tilt steering on means for these same directional events, you'll instead tilt your device in the corresponding direction. This is relatively straightforward, but takes a bit of practice to get the hang of. We'll take a closer look at how this works later in the tutorial. The Y-axis option enables you to reverse the direction in which up and down work. This is particularly useful when using tilt steering, where to go up, for example, you could choose between needing to tilt the phone toward you or away from your body. In the default or normal setting, this is achieved by moving the phone away from yourself. Next we have the option to flip the screen. This is particularly useful should you wish to play with headphones, as it allows you to choose the orientation of the device where the cable is least in the way. And finally, online scoring. One of the many enhancements in Cobra Command for iPhone is integration with Agon's excellent social network, so that as you progress through the game, you unlock a variety of awards for accomplishing certain feats, and at the same time can post your best score to compete with friends and see how you rank globally. So that's settings. Now let's take it for a spin. So skipping past the intro sequence, here's the view of your cockpit as seen in level 1. On the left we have a trackpad for aiming at targets. This works like a trackpad on a laptop in that you drag your thumb pretty much anywhere on the left half of the screen, and as you can see the aiming crosshair follows your movements precisely. To fire our weapons we have two options. The green button on the right, which fires a burst from our guns, and the smaller red button for the slower but really deadly missiles. On our cockpit dash you can see we have a gauge used for showing the condition of our weapons, a readout to show the number of lives remaining, an area on the center console which displays your current and high scores, and finally a pause button from where you can exit the game or access the settings screen. So it's at this point we can clearly see a helicopter lining up to attack us, and if you remember from settings, it has a round target on it to indicate it's a threat. We need to aim and fire inside that circle before it disappears if we don't want to be shot out of the sky. You'll notice that so far we haven't had to do any steering. That's because in the world's most advanced helicopter, such mundane tasks are done automatically, until your guidance system detects an imminent collision, and at that point you'll need to engage the tilt steering controls you chose in settings. The first of these directional events appears right about here on the first level. Whichever method of steering you chose, the process is the same. If using the default tilt option, angle your phone quickly from near vertical to almost flat. Or if using the optional cursor method, you can drag the aiming crosshair to the very edge of the screen. The trick in either instance is to move quickly, and most importantly, keep holding the cursor or the device in that position until the threat has passed. The duration of these events can be worked out by watching for the green arrow that appears on your cockpit console and listening for the audible alert sound. When both of these disappear, the threat has passed. Move too late or release too early and you'll die and need to repeat that portion. Let's watch that part again. Once you've mastered the controls, it's worth learning about the different kinds of enemies you might encounter and how to deal with them. Throughout the game's 10 missions, you'll come across all manner of vehicles, from helicopter gunships to bombers, tanks, and even the occasional submarine. The default target shows the shots required to destroy each enemy, in the shape of little segments inside the circular target. Airborne enemy jets, bombers and helicopters can be shot out of the sky using guns or your missiles, while land-based vehicles need a direct hit from the missile. Most enemies require 3 shots to dispatch with guns, whereas they can be destroyed with a single hit from the missile. The trade-off is that missiles, while deadly, travel much slower and you can only launch one every few seconds. Saving the world wasn't meant to be easy, but we have included several enhancements over the original to help you save the day. By breaking up the game into discrete levels that unlock as you reach them, you can now start the game from any point, with extra lives awarded for shooting accuracy and scoring well as you progress. This concludes our flight school. We hope the information you've heard will be useful, and that you have half as much fun playing Cobra Command as we had making it, and are currently making the follow-up sequel. If you have any thoughts, questions, or would like to contact us about anything app-related, please feel free to email devteam, DEVTEAM, @revolutionaryconcepts.net. Thanks for watching. Cobra Command out.
Enemy fleet in the Pacific. Let's sink 'em. Up. To your right. Terrorist in the ruins. Watch the planes. Take a left into the canyon. You're right. And left. Left. Opening. Hold it.